Well, what I heard isn't fit for talk, but I heard that Mrs. Cora Groves up on the highway
Yes?
has taken a boy she's old enough to be his mother on and is keeping him up there in the cafe.
In her bed?
That woman went crazy when her husband left her.
Oh, I know she did.
That woman, I swear, isn't responsible for her own actions.
I should say she isn't.
I hear he does things around the cafe, whistling around like he belonged there.
Oh, have you ever heard anything like it?
And the coffee in the coffee jar and the typed up menus and the menu covers, I'll catch on.
You're doing fine.
Well, for only a week.
You'll catch on.
And you have to consider we've been spending more time upstairs than downstairs, or else I'd know a lot more about the restaurant business and a lot less about you.
Now you just clam up before somebody comes in.
Ashamed? Are you?
No, I most certainly am not, and you know it. But I don't intend to bother someone else's business with my own.
We must accept the blame upon ourselves, each and every one of us.
It's not Nellie Winrod who is being tried here today.
Nellie Winrod is not the person who is being tried here today.
No, indeed.
We all have long known Skelly Manor. We have known of his past, that latent evil in him, that unnatural desire. And we have long been aware that at any time, the bitterness in his soul might again overflow. We let things lie. We took no action to prevent his crime, the pending at any moment crime. And the burden must be ours. We are responsible for the shock to these two innocents. We are responsible for our actions, for allowing the heathen in our fold.
Now, you have to understand that Nellie is my flesh and blood.
I know.
Yes, love, she's my flesh and blood. And she thinks she knows, but she doesn't know, but she thinks she does.
I suppose she does if anybody does.
Well, she thinks she does, but I know. And you know. I was at my window watching the moon.
Was there a moon?
You know there was. I'll tell it the way it was.
You should have seen it with the mines running, with the mines shaking, with the mines working, and the dynamite and the booming around everywhere underground 50 times a day or more. Boom! That'll make you shake. Every hound in town kept out of sight from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, under every bed in town.
Well, I don't think Josh and me want to get married, though, until after I'm out of school.
Oh my God, you don't want to marry Josh. My Lord, I can't imagine it. You're not serious about him. Lord, he's so childish.
He isn't. He's 6 years older than you are. He's worked for 2 years.
Well, I know, but you don't want to marry him. Age doesn't have anything to do with it. He's all right, and he's sweet and all, but I mean to go to the show with and hold hands. I don't know how you can bear to ride in town in that garage tow truck, though.
I drive it sometimes. It's not bad.
Well, I know, but Josh, Lord, Lena, I've got so many things to do yet.
I saw it.
Sure you did, Mama.
In my dream. Oh, God, it was horrible.
Go back to sleep, Mama.
Somebody's going to get butchered in this town. Blood is going to be shed.
Be still.
Blood is going to be shed. Someone's going to be butchered.
Go on out to your garden, Mama. Go back upstairs.
We come into the clearing back behind Nellie Winrod's house. I hear Mel there, and I heard something, and he said he'd show me what.
Skelly did? He did not.
No, he didn't say.
Eva, if that's not the truth, you'd better say how it really happened.
I said it happened like Robert said. It's like that, and I don't care if you knew him or not. Mama said the preacher said a sermon about the evil in people like him, and that we should have killed him or something before he had a chance to take advantage of me. I've been cursed and scarred. And
You can't lie under oath, Eva.
you're the one who's going to hell, not me. I didn't do it anyway. Nellie did it.
Bah! Bah! Bah!
Get out of your son of it! Sons of bitches!
Bah!
Get the hell on you!
Bah!
Get on! Go! Go on! Silence!
In your wisdom, forgive us and help these two souls. These two innocent souls forget that dark moment.
Amen.
Amen.
Blind them to that dark moment and set them free, Lord.
Amen.
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 Dear
Amen.
Lord, our Savior.
Helped around the store. Did you ever hear anything like it? I heard she still closes the cafe at 10 sharp. They say he left without even taking so much as a stitch that she bought him. Didn't even leave a note. Leaves the door for him still every night.
I hear.
Closes at 10.
He drifted in town, he helped around the cafe for a while, and he drifted on. Nothing was holding him here.
I heard you started closing up the place at 10 in the evening when that boy started working for you.
When Walter came, yes, I did. I closed earlier. I don't know why I used to be open all that late for anyway.
I heard you still close it up at 10 though.
Well, force of habit, I suppose.
How long is it he's been gone?
I don't know, Mrs. Truitt. I suppose a month now.
Why, I heard you two made it a regular show place, that cafe.
You'll have to come up sometime and have a cup of coffee and a piece of pie.
Oh, yes. Well, when you was still with your husband, before he left, I mean. I know that you used to make the best pie in the state.
It's still pretty good.
Well, yes, I'll come up and see you one day.
And Mama said someone was at the back door. And I took up the gun that I keep by the door and checked if it was loaded, and it was. And I opened the door.
It was nothing. It was your imagination. It was the wind. It was the shadows.
It was Skelly Manor. I guess I know him when I saw him.
Go on back to bed. He's gone.
I know I saw him.
Go on. It's okay now. He's gone, whoever it was.
Well, it was Skelly Manor. I guess I know who it was when I saw him.
Something ought to be done about him.
So help me God, I don't know how we let him hang around here like he did, not talking to nobody.
Nobody I know of could live like that.
Ooh, like that time he scared young Patsy so bad.
Bad for the whole town with someone like that.
Yeah, like the way he had of just standing around.
Around here, everybody knows everybody.
Well, everybody was scared of him. Everybody knew what he was.
A fool like that.
Rumbling and mumbling around, standing and watching it all.
I'd think people'd feel easier now. I know, I swear I do.
I do.
You look so fatigued.
I'm not at all.
I don't want you to spend so much time with that boy.
What boy?
That driver junior, wandering around with that boy, spending all afternoon and evening with him.
Well, who else would I spend it with?
Well, why don't you go off and every day of the week, doing God knows what? You could visit the Stutzes. You shouldn't be running around. It isn't good for you. You have to be careful. You're not like other kids. You know how easily you get fatigued. You run yourself every day, perspiring like you do, wandering off with that boy. If something happened, who'd know? And don't think he's responsible. His brother might have been different. Devil and angels wouldn't know if something happened. I don't know why you can't stay at home like everyone else, traipsing around the woods, half naked. What do you do there in the woods? Anyhow, the two of you.
Nothing. Do you fly? Do you dream you fly?
When?
Ever?
I guess I haven't thought about it.
Well, how high? Think about it. It's important. Everybody flies. It's important how high.
I don't know. Just over the ground.
Really?
I guess. And as high as my head. I'm always getting tangled up in wires and all.
I'm way over the treetops. Just over the treetops. Just brushing against the treetops. And I fly right over them, just brushing with my arms out. Over the whole town like an airplane, spreading the salt frost in the autumn. I love autumn. And when the sun comes,
Right.
it'll blind you.
I've seen it.
It's so bright it blinds you. I want to fly like that. All over the town, right over everybody. It's beautiful. Listen. Listen, did you hear something?
People don't care. They don't see. What they want to think, they think. What they don't, they don't. They don't care anyway. What kind of devilment, what goes on.